And up next, we'll wrap up this stage 6 with the cup race at Mount Panorama. PR required is 48.6, and it's gonna be just a single lapper. Alright, so here we go. Considering it's just a single lap, I don't assume that the grid isn't the largest. What was it, about 16? And Mount Panorama, of course, we don't actually start on the 16th place. I think we start in 15th place. There's somebody always behind us in the grid. I'll show you what I mean by using the rear view mirror here at the beginning of the race. You'll see in the while the lights are going, or it's the guy next to me, maybe the Moises Gabby there is either right next to me or sometimes behind. I can't remember. Maybe it's when the grid is larger. I think what it is the, you know how they are offset on the, like we have 2 lanes, and I am situated on the right side of right lane, and I think by default the left lane is just a little bit behind in this track, so that's why sometimes we come across these cars, especially when you're dealing with like overtake challenges. That's, I think, where things become most noticeable, because, you know, like if you're running, say, a grid of 16, you should be technically getting, if you win the race, you should be getting 15 overtakes, because 16 is obviously including yourself. But sometimes you end up with only 14. Or when you have a grid of 22, you should be getting 21, but sometimes you get just 20, because you start out before, so you're technically not overtaking that last place guy because you were in front to begin with. I think that happens from time to time at Brands Hatch as well. So yeah, some of these tracks, when you're doing, I guess, those overtake challenges, that's something to kind of keep in mind. Obviously, if you're lapping everybody, then that's a different story. Sometimes I don't know. I don't usually like keep track of exactly how many cars I lap when we do overtake challenges, but there's some fluctuations in numbers by like 1 or 2, and typically they're related to the fact that at the beginning of the race, whether you started in the very last place, meaning whether you overtake everybody at least once, or whether you start almost like a second to last place, which means you never really overtook that last place guy because you were in the last place overtake when you won, you know? Anyway, that's just me rambling on about the organization of the grid in this track. Sometimes they seem to be a little different, and of course when you're running endurance race here at Mount Panorama, you always see like 2 or 3 cars behind you at the very beginning of the race, and they start out extremely slow, right? So it's not worth waiting for them to get in front of you for you to overtake, but they're always kind of like they're in your back pocket in a way, so something to keep in mind. Alright, so anyway, not too bad, pretty slow bots so far, so we're cruising right along here. And that of course wraps up the tier 6 and unlock the next tier, tier 7. Bonus of 5,000 racing dollars. Woohoo! Alright, and also 40% completion there, so let's keep on moving.